Joking. Anthony's fishy friends, how are you? Greetings to all. Tampa Tom Fishing. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? BTW Aquatics. What's going on? Went a couple of minutes early. What the heck? Posiwi, how are you? Bob Kaler in the house. Life is good. William Pridemore. Yeah, staring at your tanks. I'll tell you what. I'm looking at one of my aquariums right now. Looks great. Hold on a second. Bolo's making noise. Bolo, hold on, guys. All right, I'm back. Guess who I have? Guess who's here? Bolo. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Daryl Deemer. What's going on? Hey, it's okay. You know, Posiwi, here's the deal is that we're all busy. You know, there's live streams I love to attend, and a lot of times I can't because of, I used to watch a lot, but before my work schedule changed, I used to never miss a Dan's Fish. I used to never, ever miss a Bob Steenfot, but I have to be asleep before 8 o'clock now. So once 7 o'clock goes in, I'm like doing junk around the house, feeding the fish and all that sort of stuff. Go over there. You had a tank break. Oh my goodness, and too many fry. I am sorry. I've had that happen. It is not fun. Not fun at all. So how was your Monday? It's I hope your Monday was I had a new employee start today, but another employee called in sick at like a half hour before he's supposed to be at work. So it was kind of a crazy day. I got a lot of junk done, but it's all good. You shipped 3 boxes of Jacks. There you go. Yeah, so my day was it was nuts. And escape your Filmatosa tank. Now you're waiting on the fish. There you go. Sounds good. Sounds good. So you can see Bolo is here. I leave Bolo's leash on, and except for like when it's sleeping time, and I'll tell you why. I need to pick up more treats. Number one. Number two is that even though he's small, as you can see, little Bolo butt there, even though he's very small, he can be very elusive. What's up, John Oliver? How are you? I am playing Chattanooga Ed in Fish Fam Fantasy Football, and the game is very close. So as of right now, he's 12 points behind me. He has 3 players going as of this second. So 3 players going as of this second. I have 1 player in the next game, so I will not know till tomorrow whether I have defeated uh Chattanooga Ed. Biggies, how are you? Long time no see. Great having you here. Whenever you're dealing with the negativity, of people who don't want more fish aquariums. That's we all can have more aquariums, really, can't we? I was talking to a friend of mine who was saying that he went and visited a buddy of his. This is a fish fan buddy. Somebody who watches live streams occasionally, watches the Mobb Guppy live streams. I know him from an aquarium club. He never comments. He was telling me that he went over to somebody's house because he was like picking up fish or dropping off fish. And in the living room, every moment and space in the house was filled with aquariums. So there you go. What, Bolo? Bolo, everybody. Peter Thiel, the man who founded and leads the Bavarian Illuminati and Enlightenment era secret society. Yeah, that's what they say. It was not your house, Bob Kaler. It was somebody else. It was someone in Northwest Arkansas. So, the idea here, though, is that aquariums everywhere in your home, I think, is perfect. And anybody who has that much negativity, who thinks that's too much, I think they're just missing out on it. I think they're just missing out on the whole deal. So let's see what else is going on. I just I did some stuff with the fish over the weekend. I had a friend of mine who's going through an issue and texted me yesterday 40 times to the point where I turned off my phone. That's how crazy it got. This guy was texting me like, literally, I almost said, I have a sedative. Do you need one? David Samsel, how are you? PB Aquatics. Have I missed anyone, by the way? Let me take a look here. Let's see, Biggie. I think I've gotten everybody, which is all good. It's if you're here, please say hi, and please hit a like. Is David Childress joining the live stream today? No, my live streams are not as preposterous as needing the wonder of David Childress. If you don't know who David Childress is, if you watch the show, and Doug Gray and I watch this, pretty much like religiously. If you watch Ancient Aliens, there's sort of this portly fellow who they trot out now and again, and he always says something purely crazy. Whenever they bring David Childress on the Ancient Aliens show, not that show isn't crazy enough. It's plenty crazy. But if they bring in David Childress, it's nuts. No matter what it is, it's no matter what they go through, it's they had to be looking at aliens. Hey, Bolo. Hold on. Come on. Where do you want? You want to come up? Yeah, you don't know what's going on with Bolo. He's just being a little mystery here. Come on. Come on. Come on up. All right. Let's see here. Your dad is 89. He just found out he always dreamed of being or you just found out he always dreamed of being a stand-up comic. It's by the way, he's 89. Might as well just pursue it. Take him to an open nights, an open stage night, and just go from there. By the way, I get these things on fish. Thank you very much, Bob. And oh, you did 75% water change today. Now that's some work. That's so what was I on? Hold on. What did I forget? What oh, I get some of the things on fish, tropical fish, from academia.edu. And there was a paper that came out today that I downloaded. I haven't read yet, but having to do with one of the Goodyids. And the Goodyiid is a racist. Apparently, the females are not high on the males that have too much black. They're racist. So it's the Goodyids from Mexico, racist. So there you go. I thought that was interesting to read. I didn't realize that. I just thought they would look upon each other with lorn and lust and go on from there. Turbofish, what's up? And that was the Scyphia multipunctata, if I said that properly. Apparently, they are a little bit of racist. I did 2 water changes back to back, and it worked. You have fry from your burp. You see? There you go. I'll tell you what, back-to-back water changes, friends. If you're not getting fry, you're not getting anything like that, try it out. You'll get fry. Don't ask me why. It just works. So here's Bolo. He's eating away. I'm feeding him step by step here. He did all of his business this morning when I took him for a walk. And sometimes he likes to do an afternoon where, he does all of the business. Do I need to get into more detail here? I don't think so. Got 2 fry? Well, there you go. You see, there, again, it's a win. Very well could be, David. Very well could be. Actually, I'm trying to think. I don't think they're repeating on our end. Hypo Seaweed. You said Hypo Seaweed twice. Okay, did you say hi to Anthony twice? I don't know. It's just you never know. I swear to you right now, it's anything having to do with a social media platform. It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. You had 2 water changes back to back in 1 tank with old guppies, and the fish all went back in time to being just 2 months old. You see, Doug Gray? You see? Color Guppies, what's up? Great having you here. Great having you all here, by the way. It's a treat. So yeah, so my Monday was crazy. In fact, when I got done with work today, I was kind of emotionally. I was for a period thinking that I would just call in sick for my live stream. Then I realized that would be a bad idea. That I have a commitment to all of you. I have a big commitment, and that's that's a pretty important thing all the way around. Chewy, what's up? Glad to have you here. Bolo's just eating away like there's no tomorrow. She actually wrote a song, Sister Morphine. Besides, you make each other happy. That's good. All right, Bolo, hold on. I have to get Bolo in for a grooming. He needs to be brushed out and washed. He's getting kind of stinky. Are you a stinky little puppy? So yeah. So other than that, my tanks are doing well. Posiwi, I have to pick up something to ship the duckweed off. I've been saving duckweed for you. and I'll send you a note back. I've got to go to the Office Depot or Office Max, whichever one they have here in this in my little town. It's not far from the office, but it's kind of like weird and inconvenient to get into. So I'll let you know. Good boy, Bolo. It's I was actually thinking more of South Park. Little mountain town. Bolo prefers to marinate in his own filth. I will tell you, when I take him to be groomed, even though this is the place he goes for daycare. I don't take him to daycare very much, but like if my company has like people in for the day, I leave the office at I take my break just a little bit early before they do. They usually do meetings around 9, and I take a Bolo over for daycare, and he gets nervous as heck as he arrives at daycare. I mean, like shaking like a leaf. And by the end of it, he's happy to see me, but you can tell he's had a great time. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, David Samsel. Believe me. Man, Bolo's like eating like a little tank. Then he'll go and he'll want to lay down. And yeah, I feed him by hand. And I'll tell you why. I think his teeth are not really as good as they used to be. He's old, but to go yank out teeth. He's 13. He has a heart condition. Probably would die in the process. So yeah, so there you go. I'll tell you what, my 55, I'm actually happy Winter has had my 55. I need to new I'm getting super reds. They're beginning to get big enough that I'll move some over there. I've got to get some driftwood for it and allow them to grow out. There's plenty of algae that they can do some real damage on. Don't worry, David Samsel. The duckweed will be back. Trust me. Trust me on that. Yes, I have, Chewy. I've heard of veil-tailed mollies. I've seen them actually. Very cool. Vinny, the mooch, how are you? How's the fish? How are the fish doing, buddy? You're down to having duckweed in just 4 tanks out of 30 at one point? Yeah. Your glucose is high from lemon heads, and you're just flowing with it at this point. There you go. Great, and you've got fried. Bingo. From Dr. Norton and veil-tailed mollies in the 70s. Yeah. Yeah. Plume-tail mollies. Yeah, I've seen those. And I'll tell you is that I have a buddy of mine who keeps guppies. My buddy James, and he also keeps some of the exotic platy strains. Pretty fascinating. Pretty fascinating. Your full redhead fry, but your Alabama or albino blue tails died with no fry. Anthony, I hate that. If that Yep, get with Doug for food. I've got to pick up food in the coming weeks from Doug because I'm just about out of my wonderful high protein Doug Ray food, which they love. Ooh, botany genetics. There you go. Water change. Yeah, doing old fashioned water change is really good. So Bolo, by the way, is sort of roaming around and he's showing a lot of energy right now. Right. Oh, he's barking at me. What? You're not going to make me walk out in the middle of a live stream to take you for a walk. Come on. All right, come on. All right. Here he is. Melvin, what's up? Yeah, Anthony, they probably came in sick, or there was something in the aquarium that they were picking up that they were weak to. I've had that happen before. I always make sure that I have some general cure and go from there. I hate that when that happens. All right, Bolo. You want to say hi to everybody? Come on, say hi. Yeah, you see, this is a pre-spoiled dog. Pretty spoiled. Bolo sticking his tongue out at Kaler. Yeah. All right. You want more food? Is this what the deal is? Let's see what's going on here. Let's see if we can go from there. Just got done doing a live stream. Yeah, there you go, Melvin. Okay, Mr. Bolo. What? You want to be held? This is how this guy, he wants both hands on him. He wants to be his little ears rubbed. Yeah, what a good boy. Yep, brine shrimp time. I did that right before the live stream. I probably should have walked Bolo as well. You don't want to walk, do you? Is this what the deal is? He'll start barking at me if he wants to go out. But yeah. Halle Berry. I like her. Every time she comes over here. Yeah, you see, wanting to be petted just like Bolo. Right, little guy, huh? Aw. You want to know who? Generally it's the dog is to do what the man says. Let me tell you something. With Bolo, it's completely the opposite thing. He goes, He wants this? Okay. Sad moment today when you ran over a box of shrimp? Oh no, yuck. I hate that. I'm sorry. Road krill. Oh God, help us, Bosiwi. Doug Gray. There you go. Road krill. Road krill. Doug Gray, it's the joke you've always wanted. Today it got to a high of 46 degrees in beautiful Joplin, Mo. It's going to get down to 45 tonight. So it was 41 first thing this morning. So it's been kind of cool. Oh, listen to him. Did you hear him boss me? You want some food? Yeah, that's what he wants. Yeah, I guess he was getting jealous that I was paying attention to a computer screen and not to him. I have new apostolic fry. Yeah, Doug has led the bad dad jokes, and Posiwi, you're feeding into his deal. He had a pretty good one about the Italian lady of the evening, the prostitute. I thought that was pretty funny. Pistos. Okay. It wasn't apostolic. For a second, I thought, that it was like St. Paul or, St. James. That joke was excellent. Absolutely. It's, yeah, I was thinking Bob got religious to us as well. It's, no, they don't have valid apostolic succession, Peter. Now that is a Catholic play, everybody. That is a Catholic play. Okay, Bolo ate. Now he's laid down. He's happy. Christian fish. You see, there you go. Jewish fish. Fish. It's, yeah, there you go. Now that's funny. You like Swedish fish? You know what? I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the Swedish fish. I don't think they have enough taste. Catholic, can't tell them apart. Oh, you know what I'm giving away for Halloween? And I don't know. Should I tell you what I'm giving to the kids? Don Gallagher. Holy capoli, Sickless 23. I don't think I said hi to you. Let's see here. If you're here, please say hi. We have 15 here and 13 big thumbs up. So it's all good. It Yep. So Bolo is doing real well here. He's now happy. Hey, by the way, speaking of going to the barber, this is like again, I was growing out my hair. I was cracking a joke with my siblings. My brother had grown his beard almost ZZ Top like, and my big brother's beard is completely white. I mean, completely. And my big brother is sort of, let's say he's a more ample man than I am. We uh we come in my family in three different sizes. We're sort of like 7-Eleven, small, medium, and large. And I'm the medium one. My sister is the small one. So, so I was just telling him he looked like Santa Claus, and I said, I'm not gonna get my hair cut until he cuts back his beard. And then my joke was I would get the Karen haircut. And I actually have to have it a little bit longer. My problem is up top here, just not thick enough. But you know what the Karen haircut is, and it's very common. If one of the ladies watching this, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to insult you, not trying to hurt any feelings, but it seems like every woman that goes Karen has the same haircut. So it's I need to have it long enough so it I can swoop it over, and then you shave up the back there. You know what I'm talking about with a Karen haircut. I'm sorry your feelings are hurt, Bob. Yeah, by the way, Anthony, on the whole Shelly thing, I think they're absolutely great. Yes, Sickle 23. Karen is the ninny that corrects everyone, who wants to speak to the manager, who starts screaming at people for whatever bizarre, crazy reason. And it's and I think the deal is Karens have always been there. But right now, because of people trying to keep at home and all that sort of stuff, you're now not seeing a lot of people in public. So when the Karen goes nuts, it's now become a bigger deal. Vinny the Mooch. I have the friendly hair. Is waving me goodbye. Trust me. Look at this. Look at this. I used to have a full head of, well, not really that much hair, but it's just, it's all good. Karen is the entitled lady. That's correct. And by the way, Karens can come in all persuasions. They can be, no matter what persuasion you think it is, there's a Karen for you. Yeah, no, it's Karens are a thing, and they've always been a thing. I feel sorry. I have a cousin who died of brain cancer a few years ago, and he has a lovely wife, lovely widow, and her name is Karen. And I kind of feel bad about it. I don't think she's done the Karen hairdo though. The Karens have organized. They get the same haircut and they do all the same things. Don't ask me why. I have no idea why. You have a Karen niece with the haircut and the whole bit? No, it doesn't apply to Karen Carpenter. It's Karen.com unite. Yeah, if the Karens like all got together and agreed on everything, but I think if you put like 10 Karens in a room, they'd be asking for everybody's manager. It'd be nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, and the Karen thing doesn't apply to my cousin's widow. Yeah, she's a nice lady. I don't think she's gone Karen on anybody. Maybe she has. You know what? The Carpenters were before my time. What I understood about Karen Carpenter is that she didn't eat well, and so there you go. They have a dress code like Catholic school. Yeah, the Karens sort of do. Yep. Now you saw the Karens at the World's Fair or the Carpenters at the World's Fair in 1974. Guessing the Carpenters. Yeah, and for whatever reason with the Karens, they tend to be, and Lord knows I'm not Captain Skinny, but they tend to be semi-Rubenesque women. They all tend to be blondes for whatever reason. You don't see a lot of brunette Karens. Why is that? I don't know. Tend to be Caucasian. Tend to be, pale face like me. Do you think Karen Carpenter had a worm? Bob Kaler. Yeah, I saw that one, Sickles 23, where some Karen was yelling at a woman who was Hispanic, like in Arizona or California or Texas, where there's a lot of folks who are Hispanic, been there forever. And the woman just, Karen went nuts, and the Hispanic lady walloped her. There you go. Blondes complain, brunettes just mess you up. Yeah, drugs are bad. By the way, if you can hear it, hold on. I have my dishwasher on in the other room. I'm hoping you're not hearing that. Let's see. Can you hear Bolo snore? Did you hear him snore? He's not a big snorer. That's why I don't color my hair. Whenever I go through, there aren't a lot of Karen. There aren't a lot of Karen redheads I've seen. Not a lot of Karen redheads. So I tried something and I failed. And I'll tell you what I did. I've seen a couple of people with, put the brine shrimp in, like a mustard bottle. And you put the treated water in there and you shake it up and you squirt it out into each aquarium. And I tried that yesterday, and the problem was I did have a problem with it. Hard to believe. Is that the funnel I got was too big or on the edge of too big. So I have to go and get another funnel. So I didn't do that with my brine shrimp today, but I plan to do that starting tomorrow. If they're redheaded and freckled, run. You know, I, my dad used to have this joke, and when I was like 8 years old, I thought it was the funniest damn song I ever heard. She's got freckles on her, but she's nice. And you're 8 years old. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny all the way around. Yeah, I remember. I think I may have been in like junior high or high school or something like that. Is that Karen Carpenter died? When did she die? Like 1982, 83, something like that. You sang that in middle school? It says she's nice. It's but she's pretty. Yeah, you see, there you go. And by the way, for the lady folk that's here, if we haven't chased y'all away, Posiwi, if you're still with us, um, no matter how well you think your man is, no matter how mature and how domesticated your man is, when he gets around other fellows, uh, you may end up getting any type of flatulence joke or freckles on their butt joke or anything like that. Pure hilarity every time. Excellent, Melvin. Excellent, Posiwi. So there you go. It's sort of a lesson of malehood. And any man who says they're not, they are lying. Totally lying. Freckled flatulence jokes are in order. Yes, they are. You can't go wrong with any of those. Freckled flatulence always works well. Always works well all the way around. Where's Ed? I'm playing him in Fish Fam football, and I'm leading him right now by 8 points. 8 points. So that's not good. And in my other league, I am up by 7 points with I could pull this one out. Chattanooga Ed, I'm close to. And so I'm a big fan of a big fan of that all the way around. Live stream Ed must have locked himself out of his home. (1983), if you remember right, or '84. Been a fan since 1969. They were my Beatles, actually. After your sister put me through that torture. Yeah, you see, there you go. Oh yeah, he's a Chiefs fan. Yeah, but I got the Chiefs on here. I've got the Chiefs. I've been sort of keeping up. I've been, making sure I take care of live stream Ed. It's if I win, let's see here. If I beat live stream Ed, I'm going to be in third place. Daniken, he's taking care of the first place team. Well, maybe I'll be tied for second place. I don't know. We'll find out. Kev's Aquatics. Hey, no problem. Hey, again, however long you can come and stay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. By the way, what am I drinking for water? Since I was so busy looking after Bolo. In fact, David Samsel, are you still here? Yeah, nothing like some delicious Nestle Pure Life water. It's Yeah, I think I've got some good news on my other thing. I think the quarterback for Buffalo in my other fantasy league, it's and I know if you play fantasy football, you're like doing like I am, looking at the scores and looking all that sort of stuff. And you know, it's a heck of a deal all the way around. Hold on a second here. Okay. Had to check on something. Freckles are not a good omen with flatulence. You see, there you go. So Lee mooned the camera in his stream. On purpose or by accident? There was a story about a legal analyst with CNN who writes an articles for the New Yorker. Apparently, was on a live stream and walked into the room without pants on, and he's been suspended. Huh? I know with Zoom, no one sees me above the waist, unless Bolo goes through there. What's invisible and smells like carrots? A rabbit fart. You see, there you go. Freckle, you've got him on the desktop. Let's see, I'm missing that. Lee Moon the camera. You see, that's the one thing I won't be doing. You want to know a landmark of a Mob Guppy live stream? Yeah, we could talk music. We could talk, flatulence, freckles, fish. The one thing I will not be doing is I won't be mooning you. It's just as even though even if requested, I won't moon you. No, I have not. I have not, Chewy. I've not heard about the band Maid. Is it the band Maid or just Maid to the band? Father Fish appears to be non-pleased. There you go. I have to say something. This is crazy. I have not watched a Father Fish video before. Am I missing out on something? Yeah, I've heard people mention Father Fish. I've just never watched Father Fish. It's you make no promises to Moon. See, there you go. You see, I'm willing to go out and say, "Hey, I'm not going to Moon." I'm willing to make that thing. Oh, the name of the band is called Bandmate. Okay, I'll listen to them. I'll check them out. That's the beautiful thing of like these streaming services. These streaming services, what makes them good is that you can try out music you haven't tried before, which I'm in favor of. And I like trying. I was listening to some stuff. I read an article that was mentioned a couple of bands, and I'm going, okay, I'll try those out. And neither were my style, but and I listen to a wide style of music, but let's go from there. So Father Fish has a ton of knowledge. Okay, well that's good. I'll check him out. Sony and Yamaha. Maybe there should be a band called the Killer OJs. I don't think it's too soon. If this is 1996 or 97, maybe that's too soon. It's been 20 some years, 25 years later. Perfect timing. Oh, you have a showcase of the band this coming Sunday? Very cool. Send me some information. I can't make it to Canada this weekend. I'd love to. You've been researching Nippon, Chewy. There you go. Is Nippon a band, or is that a fine city in Japan? So Bolo is just passed out in my lap right now. And he's just happier than heck. Just happier than heck all the way around. Nissan 400Z. Sony wannabe. He looks like a Lou. Marco, what's up? Great having you here. I'm glad you're bringing some decorum and some class to this other august greeting of good folks. By the way, can I just say something? And I generally don't try to make these things political or anything like this or live streams. But if I see another commercial saying you have to make a plan to vote, register to vote and vote. You don't need to make a plan. You just go on your lunch hour, go before work or after work. Not that big of a deal. The only time I voted, in pre-election voting was in 2016. I don't believe in it. I like the idea of going on election day and getting it done. So I went to in 2016 I went, and I'm glad I voted ahead of time because like the Monday before the election, my dad was in the hospital. And so my siblings and I at this point did not live anywhere near my dad. So someone had to fly in. So we got on the phone and we decided that my schedule would allow me to go be with dad the next day. So I flew from San Antonio all the way down to beautiful Seattle, and then I had to take a bus from Seattle up to beautiful Bellingham, Washington. And so I left at 6 a.m. on election day. And I arrived at my dad's house. My dad was in the hospital still at this point. So I had to find the key to get into the house. And once I got into the house, I discovered that the election was just ending. They just called it, and it was at midnight Seattle time, so it was about 2 a.m. And so I just remember just getting in, and it was just so much going on at one time. So I watched that, got to sleep. I woke up the next day, And then I promptly went to pick up my dad at the hospital. Subaru is actually the 6-letter word for junk in Japanese. So there you go. You and Posiwi, the Subaru joke king and queen. So there you go. So let's see here. I need a sip of water. Ugh. It's delicious. Anthony has a nice Subaru hoods for 20 aquariums. Holds 20 aquariums. Okay. Anthony, do you have a Subaru? Speaking of Subaru, I've been running into a lot of posts about Japan from our buddy Michael. Yeah, I'm guessing so. I'd like to go to Japan. I think it'd be fantastic. No one ever hears about people stealing a Subaru. They'll steal a Toyota. Why would you get a car with a turbo the size of a keychain? Well, mainly because it would probably fly like the wind. Yeah, I'll tell you the next car I'm going to get, mainly because I'm a technology geek. I won't go full electric, mainly because I like driving across the country. I hate the idea of stopping for 3 hours after driving for 5. But I would like to get, uh, I'd like to get one of those plug-in hybrids. My car was in the shop for like about 6 weeks, and I got one of those plug-in hybrids. Is what they gave me to drive. That was really, really nice. I mean, you'd plug it in and had about 30 miles, and 30 miles of that of going through and looking at that. I will tell you that that 30 miles of that is that you could plug it in every other day, and and you never use any gas. I mean, it was amazing. You thought the Subaru Turbo was an extra gerbil in the engine? Oh, Mitsubishi. Okay. Yeah, you don't hear about people wanting to steal Subarus. Why is that? Got a neighbor with the rich lady. She comes in all kind of badass new cars. Yesterday, a 2021 Nissan GTR, blacked out, slammed, sick. There you go. I think Subaru and Mitsubishi are two different car companies. Yeah, you know what, Marco? That's great, but if you're like me, I like going on these trips where you're driving 2 days, 2,000 miles, and you can't do that on a full plug-in. Get her number for Codfather, Kirk. Now we're getting reasons why people don't steal them. That's right. Thank you, Color Guppies. Glad that you know about car stealing. Yeah, but deal is, Chewy, is that Tesla has taken a huge, huge win time after time on that. And let's see, I have a question here. I'm looking at the Subaru here in. There's a car dealer here, and on his radio ads, he sounds just like Hank Hill. His name is Frank Fletcher. Let's see here. All years, do all body styles. Okay, let's see what they give me. Because the ones that are like plug-in stuff, they're usually the most expensive. And so I'm looking at Subarus. This is where we're at. Spending $42,000 on a Subaru seems a little too much. The Subaru Ascent, they charge $41,000 for. Yeah, that's a lot of. I'm sorry, I'm kind of cheap. Yeah, it's you go 36,000. Yeah, these are pretty dang expensive cars for four bangers. Yeah, this is really not that great a mileage. So it's it's funny, Doug Gray, is that the places to charge up because when I was driving the plugged, the plug-in hybrid, is that there's actually an app, and it's not where you think it would be. And there are plenty of them. And since there aren't a lot of pure electric cars on the road or that type of thing, where I was living before I bought my home, it was like I lived across the street from a high school. On the other side of the high school was not a high school, it's an elementary school. And the other side of the elementary school was a college, and the college had like several set up, and it was like a 5-minute walk. So I just plugged that sucker in there, and it would be ready in a couple hours. Hat Trick Farm, what's up? They may have apparently tied to child labor. By the way, yeah, generally that's unless it has to do with your cell phone from Apple. We don't like child labor all that much in this country or anywhere in the world. But if it has to do with Apple, getting an iPhone or one of those fine computers, we're all about it. Or the child labor used in primarily in areas of Africa, but also Asia, used to uh, used to go out and collect the rare earth minerals needed to make solar panels or batteries for these vehicles or stuff for our cell phones. So we're all in on that. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I was like 11 years old when I got my first paper route, and I had a paper route till I was probably about 14 or 15. That doesn't happen anymore, and quite frankly, I think we're poor because of it. As somebody who has worked in management, is that it wasn't that long ago where you could hire somebody from high school for their first type of gig, and a lot of them, went from there. Well, now, companies, especially bigger companies, they do not want to hire anyone under the age of 18, even if they're like 16, 17. I think that's almost gone into like fast food joints. Yeah, collecting was the worst. Sickless 23. Absolutely. I like paying $125 for shoes, knowing that a 5-year-old put them together for 3 cents. Yeah, no, that's it. It's Nike. They're the worst, just the worst. By the way, I anytime you hear these companies talk about how socially conscious they are, it goes, well, how many things do you have made in China? How many are all things by adult willing workers? Adults looking for a job who want to work. That's just sort of my deal there. Doug is socially unconscious. Well, at least it's okay. It's all right. Worse things have happened. Worse things have happened all the way around. Well, gang, I believe I have defeated Live Stream Ed. I think I defeated him, and on the backs of his Kansas City Chiefs, nonetheless, because like half the team are Kansas City Chiefs. So it's I feel pretty good about it. Let's see, my other league I lost, and which is sad by like 3 points. It's crime of the century. You know what? Ultimate fish keeping show. What is going on, Luca? Not great seeing you here. All is good. Now the party can start. What would really help, by the way, in my fantasy football thing, the league that I'm behind by 4 points is that if Josh Allen threw a nice interception at this point, it would be really, really helpful. Come on, throw it. Well, I always appreciate seeing it. Well, I appreciate seeing everybody, but it's when I haven't seen one of my friends for a while, it's all good. The Thai fighting fish. Yeah, where were the ladies tonight? No Amber either. They're probably watching football. No Amber, no Joseph. I mean, I know, Chewy. There's no such thing as Siam anymore. Uh, I I hold up to the wonders of Siam. Well, Posiwi, you're fine. It's we'll just we realize we got the best lady of all. So yeah, I mean it's just it's pretty amazing. So when I'm done with tonight's live stream, I get to feed the fish again and turn out the lights. And then I get to walk Bolo, then it is bedtime. I'm gonna say something to my smart speaker. I apologize to everybody. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
45 degrees, everybody.
Set to low at 45 degrees.
Yeah, it's gonna be on like Thursday. It's gonna be like 81. Used to breed Korat cats from Thailand. 91. You see, there you go. Yeah, I love Thai food, by the way. There was a joint I used to go to in Minneapolis, which has since closed, that made like this Thai ginger chicken. Wow. Talk about addictive. 75 degrees there, Posiwi. Bob was 58, Doug Ray. All right. Josh Allen just threw a nice interception. Let's see if it helps me win the win the game. So I'm waiting. It's no, I'm still gonna lose this one, but I am winning against Chattanooga Ed, and that's all I care about with this group of people. With you, folks, beating Chattanooga Ed is always a treat and a half. Always a treat and a half. So let's see here. Yeah, it's done. So I've defeated Chattanooga Ed. By at least 5 points. So there we go. I can live with that pride. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, gang, is that I think everybody, and I don't care where you are in the world, these lockdowns over this virus, um, at the best, at the absolute best of with this with the shot, if they have a vaccine by the end of the year, they're not going to be able to get the vaccine to the world for at least 6 months. So it's not going to be the middle of next year. We as a society, as a world, cannot handle being locked up that long. Do you know what? I have not. I've seen Coast Gem, USA's Aquatics. I've been to their website. I have not purchased from them. I'll tell you what, Anthony. If you know, is that I have a nephew that's in med school who worked at one of the hospitals that was completely filled with COVID patients over the summer, and he's actually studying immunology. And here's the deal that he has said. Is that they're working on it. The science is there with it. And the process comes in is that if Merck comes up with it, or Meridian, or AstraZeneca, or whichever one of these great things are going through, is that they have not just the United States, but countries around the world have put billions of dollars into this thing. And I don't have a fear of it. Friend of yours bought guppies from Coast Gem. He wasn't happy. Just gave me the fish, actually, and he moved on to another strain. Yeah, now, and I hate to repeat what I do with when I go out and purchase fish, is that I generally like buying from the breeder directly. And I'm not familiar enough with Coast Gems. I don't know if there are people who go out and breed their own thing and all that sort of stuff. See, Posiwi, that's the way it should be. Picking them out from Doug. I'll tell you what, Doug has this thing he's been working on, and when I get my fish room finally up, as soon as I get my things, I want to do more debt. I just want to go from there. Scott's Aquatics. How are you? I'm gonna get a trio or so from him because it really looked great. You're going Halloween morning. I have like the world's greatest gift that I'm giving out for Halloween. I think our guy John Oliver who does a lot of resale type stuff. I think he has it sort of figured out. He's made a deal with some folks in in Vietnam. It's not coming from a traditional American fish farm, and I think that works right from there. Not Bolo. Good night, Luca. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Bolo's in the back bedroom now. He's no longer in my lap. He's out back. All right, gang. It's 7:00. I need to go. Bob's Team Thoughts starting up right now. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the 19 likes, 14 being here. I really appreciate it. Good night, and you all have a great day.